Okay, a very good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Children, we had a small conversation before the recording, and we are actually simply continuing our class now. So children, please listen. We are going to talk about subject and predicate. We completed that, right? We had completed subject and predicate in the few classes. I said a noun or pronoun can be the subject, and that can be the beginning, or you can see the position. The position is always in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, you can see it is a subject is normally in the beginning of a sentence. In imperative sentence, it is very clear you is the subject of an imperative sentence, which is not even given there. Normally imperative sentences are starting with the verbs, right? And also in a question like interrogative sentence, you can see after the question word or the you can see the after the auxiliary verb only the subjects are placed. But normal declarative sentences, normal assertive sentences, normal sentences, generally we can see that the position of a subject is always in the beginning of a sentence. Okay, so noun or pronoun are said to be the subject of a sentence. That can be the beginning of a sentence also. And the verb part, the part of the sentence after removing subject from it, that part is said to be the predicate part. And I said verb part, the part with the verb in a sentence part. If you see the verb in it, that is said to be the predicate part. Okay, and we said to make a noun plural, we can add s. To make a cow plural, cows, right? Right? Yes or no?
Ma'am.
Dog becomes
Yes, ma'am.
dogs.
Yes.
So a noun, if we want to make a plural, we are adding s or es. But the reverse is happening with verb. Okay? To change a verb into its singular form, we need to add s, es, or ies. As Smriti asked in the few class before, Smriti asked, ma'am, what was the question raised by Smriti? Then Smriti, you asked me a question. Okay, leave it. Whatever it is, you leave it. Smriti asked a very good question then, ma'am. Okay, to make a singular. So the verb, if the subject is singular, we have to go for using a singular verb. And if the subject is plural, use a plural verb. That is what we said, right? And the plural verbs are always the base form of the verb. The question Smriti raised was, ma'am, present tense form. When we set a simple present tense form, we cannot write after subject. You have to write the present form of the verb. Why present form of the verb? Means it can be the plural form or it can be the singular form. Okay, this was the question she raised that day. She said, so do we need to write s or es or ies after the verb? No, you can simply write present form of the verb when you write the definition or when you write the rule for simple present tense. Okay, and we said there is a basic rule we discussed in the last class. We said by basic rule, if the subject is singular, we should use a singular verb. Bird flies. Okay, at the same time, if the subject is plural, we have to use only a plural verb. That is birds fly. Okay, so birds fly, bird flies. This is the major difference. Okay, and let me share the screen and I'll explain one by one. This one we discussed. We said what are verbs? First one, first rule, basic rule is just over. Rule number 2, this is what, right? Ananya, you asked for
Ma'am,
this?
she asked to be.
To
Ma'am,
be.
to
Okay,
be.
anyway. So I have told you children, if we have singular nouns, like as you all know, gold is one singular noun, silver is another singular noun. If we connect two different singular noun with the help of and the conjunction, it requires a plural verb. Because here these are two different subjects, right? Suppose Tom and Jerry. Tom is one cat, Jerry is a rat, right? So two different subjects. We can see two different subjects here, right? Tom and Jerry are. It is not is. Okay, are my favorite cartoon characters. Okay, Tom and Jerry are, because I have connected Tom, one kind of noun with not kind, one noun with another singular noun with the help of and the conjunction. So we know that this is a plural subject, so we have to go for using only plural verb. As Ananya asked for the next point, see, this is an exceptional case. This is actually a continuation of rule number 2. According to this rule, if the nouns suggest one single idea to our mind, which means, see, I have told you, look at the picture here given. There is a but, you can see the bread, on the bread you can see I have smeared the butter, right? Not I am the person who has done this, smeared the butter, right? That means when we think about bread and jam, okay, bread and butter, We are not thinking bread, but bread separate and butter separate, right? We are not thinking it separate. We are actually thinking it as one. Bread and butter. One bread, on top of that another, sorry, a piece of, or I can say that a sheet of cheese, then another one. Okay, there it is different, but at the same time, if you apply butter on bread, okay, that gives us one single idea. Okay, it is only one single idea in our mind, because we can see that bread and butter together. We are not thinking it separate, right? Right, Ananya gave it just right. Am I right, Ananya? I have a bread in my hand and I'm just spreading the butter on top of that. Okay, you are not thinking butter separate and bread separate, right? Only one single idea. So there you have to use only one singular verb. Getting? And second example also. Are you getting it, Ananya? Second example. Look at the second example. The rise and the fall. Okay, rise and fall of the tide. Once the wave goes up, okay, you think about the waves in the ocean. Okay, once the wave goes up, it won't stuck there. Okay, it has to come down. Slowly it has to come down, right? So it goes up and it comes down. It won't stuck. Okay, so rising and fall of the wave is one single idea in our mind. We are thinking it, we are not thinking it as separate, we are thinking it as one. Okay, so as it is a singular, see, it is called compound nouns. You will be learning later in higher classes. This is called compound nouns. No, you are familiar with compound sentences, right? As it is, we have compound nouns. Okay, so here we are using compound noun, so we have to treat it as one single unit and we need to use only singular verb. Am I clear? 2B is clear now, Ananya? Should I repeat it?
Yes. No, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll go for 3. Rule number 3. Rule number 3, as we discussed a few points, right? As I have told you, if two singular, see, easy way. So I'm taking third one, singular noun, singular, silver, singular, gold. Okay, if these words, if two different nouns, if it is connected with any one of the above mentioned expressions, what are the expressions I have told in the previous class? I said with, I said as well as, besides, together with, no less than, other than this, what are the other words I have told?
Coupled with, combined with,
Coupled with, combined with,
accompanied by,
accompanied by, along with, in addition to, if you have these expressions also, there you need to use only singular subject, sorry, singular verb. Silver as well as gold is a precious metal. See, one singular noun connected with another singular noun with as well as. So the verb is singular in form. Am I clear? And this is called parenthesis. You know what is parenthesis?
No,
What is parenthesis? In grammar, there is a term called parenthesis. What do you mean by parenthesis?
ma'am, like what is the spelling of the word?
Parenthesis. Try to guess. What is it?
Ma'am, these the express
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me what is parenthesis? Parentheses. The word parenthesis. You know what is it? Normally, the words, see, please write this, parenthesis, the word Parentheses. Rentheses, parenthesis. The word parenthesis. Okay, definition or the meaning of this word is a word or phrase inserted, a word or phrase inserted as an explanation, okay, in between after the subject by giving a comma or by giving a bracket or something. We usually write parentheses. Parentheses doesn't have a role with the subject. Okay, so these are the extensions. Parentheses are the extensions. Okay, so we are
Ma'am,
not
can you
considering it as a part of sentence, and that is also separated from the subject by giving a comma, or it will be written in brackets and all. You might have seen. So here also in the sentence also you can see a parenthesis is used with its article separated from the subject with a comma, right?
Class.
Inserted as an explanation. Usually separated, put the explanation after explanation, give a comma. Usually separated by brackets, dashes, commas. So here this is called a parenthesis. Parenthesis means here another part of a sentence which is actually inserted as an explanation, and it does not have a role with the subject also. We are not thinking because it is separated and it is written within a comma. Okay, it doesn't have a role with the subject. We are not thinking it as a role with the subject. It is just separated by giving 2 commas in between. Okay, so such cases, if there is a parenthesis used, instead of this commas, you can also use brackets. Okay, that doesn't have a, because if we need to give some explanation about the subject, no, we are actually using these kind of parentheses along with the subject. Okay, you don't think too much. I just given what is this parenthesis in English grammar. Okay, it is not a part of your studies. You just think about this. What does parenthesis means? Parentheses are the explanation, additional information about the subject. That is usually separated using a comma, dashes, or a brackets. Okay, it does not have a connection with the subject also. Just an explanation to the subject. So such cases, if there is a parenthesis used in a sentence, you can take only the subject and check if it is connected with the word like with, as well as, besides, together with, or no less than. Such expressions, if it is used there, then you need to go for using only singular verb. This we already discussed. As well as. Okay. So let us move on to the next slide. Important one. Okay, questions can be expected. See, this is rule number 4 is the most important rule. And the first rule, basic rule, also important. Okay, so look at here, children. 2 singular subjects connected by or, either or, neither nor. It requires a singular verb. As I have told you, children, look at here. My aunt or my uncle is arriving by train today. Both are coming, children? Both are coming? Aunt and uncle are coming? No, any one. We have a choice. We have a choice. Okay, not we have a choice. They have a choice. Either this person, either aunt or uncle. Both are not coming. One person is only coming. So we need to use only singular verb. Clear? Am I clear? If you connect 2 singular nouns, I repeat, if you connect 2 singular subjects with the help of or, either or neither nor, it requires only a singular verb. Okay? So look at the second example. Neither Ben nor Nina is available. Are they available?
No, ma'am.
Both are not available. It is negative. Both are not available. They are not available. So neither Ben nor Nina is available. Singular. It's not available. Okay. Again, look at the third one. Either Mia or Mary is helping today with stage decorations. Here only one. We have a choice. We have a choice. Not we have a choice. Either one person. See, Mia or Mary. Both are not helping us to do the decorations. Only one person is doing, or one person is helping us. Clear? Mia is helping today with the stage decoration, or Mary is helping today with the stage decorations. Am I clear? Only
Yes,
one
ma'am.
person. Here also choice. Here also we have a choice. Okay. So neither, not. Neither is a negative term, not. Both are not available. Either or, neither nor. Clear? So such cases use a singular verb. Along with if 2 singular subject, if it is connected using or, neither nor, or either or, you have to use only a singular verb. Am I clear? Adul Krishna, am I clear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yes. So let us see. Let us see the next rule, children. Rule number 4. B. Or we can call it as 5. It has a connection with the rule I said a few minutes before. I said rule number 4, children, if two singular subject, if it is connected with or, either or, neither nor, it requires a singular verb. So why I have written here like this? Here I have used singular, but in the second one I have used only plural. So that is an exceptional case. Let us see what is it. Okay. Suppose, look at here, children. The verb in an or, either or neither nor sentence agrees with the noun or pronoun closest to it. Exceptional, the rule is, see, I have told you in the 4th rule, I have told you, if two singular nouns, if it is connected with or, neither nor or either or, it requires a singular verb. But here, the same rule, I am again changing. I am using another statement here. What I said, children, the verb agrees. If you use any one of these conjunctions,
Ma'am, you are not audible to me.
Ma'am, I can't hear you. Ma'am, I can't hear you.
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am.
singular or plural?
Ma'am, no.
Tell me whether it is singular or plural.
Ma'am, plural.
Plural. The plates, plural. What is the serving bowl? Singular or plural?
Ma'am, singular. Singular.
Look at the second
Singular.
example. Neither the serving bowl. What is it?
Ma'am, the singular.
The plates.
Ma'am, plural. Plural.
Agree?
Yes, agree.
So, one singular and one plural. But the verb is goes because near the verb, you can see I have used a singular subject. Right? The subject closest to the verb is singular. So I have to use a singular verb. At the same time, if the subject closest to the verb is plural, I should use only plural verb. If the subjects are connected with or, neither nor, either or conjunctions. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, Ananya? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Kanishk?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhyuday? Should I repeat? Atul?
Ma'am, can you repeat? I didn't understand.
Who is speaking now?
Ma'am, Zeba.
Oh, okay. So let us see the rule before, rule number 4. Seba, look at rule number 4. Okay, I've told you children, if two subjects, okay, two singular subjects connected by or, either or, neither nor subjects. Okay, two subjects connected, Zeba, two subjects connected with the conjunctions with like or, either or, neither nor. If two singular, I am stressing on two singular subjects. Okay, two singular subject, if it is connected by or, neither or either or, there we should use only singular verb. Clear? At the same time, among the subject, if one is singular and the other one is plural, we should check the subject closest to the verb. Okay, here
Okay, ma'am.
it is singular in form, so we should use only singular verb. Here it is plural in form, so we must use plural verb. Am I clear now?
Yes, ma'am, you're clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Seba, am I clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Very clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then let us see. I have a few questions. Okay. I have a few questions. Based on our reading, we have a few questions here.
Ma'am, we have to write anything about what you're saying.
Yes. I request everybody to take a fresh paper. We have completed almost 6 rules today, right? 5 rules today. I
Ma'am,
have a few questions.
ma'am, 5 rules means rule 4 and 3 including.
4 and 5.
Ma'am, we should write in a rule sheet.
Ruled sheets. Rahul.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Question
Ma'am,
number 1.
When can I write in the board? My network is not okay.
Okay.
We said to the people they will come and repair.
Okay, I'll write a few questions on the board. Okay. Heading subject verb agreement. Okay, subject verb agreement. First question. Rahul dash beautifully. Okay. Second question. Don't tell me the answer now. Second question. He as well as they dash present.
Ma'am, what is the second one?
He as well as they dash present.
Ma'am, can you please read the second question?
He as well as they dash present. Question number 3. I'll change the color, okay? I don't like red color with black background.
Ma'am, can
Question
you
number 3. Annie and her brother dash at school. Question number 4. Either
Ma'am,
my mother. Yes?
ma'am, should we write this?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Or my father dash coming to the meeting.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Smriti?
her brother dash at school. What's in the bracket, ma'am?
I'm not getting. What
Ma'am,
is
for
it?
the third question, what is written in the bracket?
Ma'am, she is asking in third question what is written in a bracket.
Second question.
Ma'am, third question.
Third question. Is or are. Meeting. Fourth question. Meeting. Again, is or are. Fifth one. The dog. This is dog, okay? Dog. Or the cats dash outside. Bracket. is or are? Okay. Next question. Sixth question.
Ma'am, can you scroll?
I'll share again. Either my shoes or your coat dash
For the fifth question.
always on the floor. Bracket is or are. George and Tinu dash want to see that movie. Bracket doesn't, don't. Next question. Bonita dash know the answer. Bracket doesn't, don't. Okay. Next question. Question number 9.
Can
The
you show
man,
the next question?
I'll share again. The man with all the birds dash on my street. Bracket lives. Last question. There dash 15 candies in that bag. Okay. Was or where? These are the 10 questions to practice subject to verb agreement based on the 5 rules you have learned. So let me share from the very beginning. Is this page is 9th and 10th questions are over, children?
No, ma'am.
Not over. So I'll wait here. Then I'll move to the next previous page. I hope the man with all the birds dash on my street. Lives. Last question. There dash 15 candies in that bag. Was where? Previous page. Question 6, 7, 8 are here. Either my shoes or your coat dash always on the floor. Is or are. George and Tinu dash want to see that movie. Doesn't, don't. Bonita dash know the answer. Doesn't, don't. Previous page. I'm moving to the next, previous page. Third question, Annie and her brother dash at school. Either my mother or my father dash coming to the meeting. The dog or the cats dash outside. Question number 1 and 2. Rahul dash beautifully. This is he. Okay, this is he. He as well as they dash present was where?
Can you show the 8th question again?
8th question. Others, please try to find the answers.
4th question, please.
8th question here, Bonita dash know the answer. Somebody asked for the 4th question. Either my mother or my father dash coming to the meeting.
Ma'am, either my brother, right?
Either my mother or my father.
Can you show the previous page?
First and second questions are here. Rahul dash beautifully. He as well as they dash present.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show the 5th and 6th question?
Over. Find out your answers. I'll stop recording.